Hello everybody, it is iResler. Welcome to Titan Quest. We played this before. Let me turn down the volume. The music is super loud. Okay, let's go music down here a little bit. Still not great. Oh well, let's talk to this guy.
You there, soldier! If you've come looking for rest and peace, you won't find it here in Helos. Our village has recently been beset by satyrs and other vile beasts. The help of your fighting arm would be greatly appreciated. Our farmers cannot get to their fields and our supplies are running low. Please, go down the road toward the village and help where you can.
Okay, to be clear and such before I get further, this is Titan Quest Anniversary Edition. The second one is on its way. This is a new character I'm playing. I've been in this game more than once. There are some items in my caravan that I could use to make myself super overpowered. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Not to mention that this guy, the class he's in, I don't have very many of those items stored because I sold them on the other character because I didn't think I'd be creating a new character of that class. So we might do that class, we might not do that class. Unsure. And one more thing, I'm playing with a mod. It's not a huge mod. It's just one that ups the experience points a little bit and the skill points. Because you get very minimal experience and you get very few skill points. So this is a mod you can get on the workshop. It improves your skill points and your experience points a little bit, so you have more of a fighting chance later on. So let's go down the road here. Quest, yep.
You must have been sent by the gods. Please, in the field here, they're going to kill my horse.
As mentioned, you can fail this quest. I one time waited a long time and the horse did die. I will take that.
You saved my horse. Thank you. But I'm not the only one in trouble. Down the road there, that's my village, Helos. We've got monsters at the gates, in the fields. They're everywhere.
Okay. I'm gonna explore the entire road on the way there to get more experience points. But this area pretty much right here is pretty linear and straightforward. Help the guards out here.
Hello, I am Aeson, guard captain for this small village. We are holding up, but what's the use? If the monsters lay waste to our farms, we're lost all the same. It's that cursed shaman. Diomedes is tearing his hair out over it.
So this is the save system here, basically. Anytime you save and come back here, you'll be at the latest rebirth fountain. This is also where you show up if you die. These are placed at every village. I always make sure just to save, though, too. But anyways, let's talk to Diomedes.
Hello, stranger. I'm Diomedes.
Or
the leader of
Diomedes.
this small village. Do you mean to say that you fought your way here?
Yep.
If that's true, then please, I beg of you, we need your help. Monsters led by a powerful satyr shaman appeared a few days ago and have driven us from our farms. We can hardly defend the village gates and have no one who can stop them from destroying our crops. Our farmland lies on the other side of the river, just over this bridge. The shaman was last seen beyond the farms at the edge of the Helos woods. Please, rid us of this terrible sorcerer. We will pay you what we can.
Okay, so that's the main quest. There's the caravan driver.
I can ease your
So,
load.
as you can see, we've been gaining things from our other characters. Like I said, I'm going to take a couple rings, though, here that help us out, so I can't use most of these. They're all high-level requirement. That's level 5. I'll take that one
Hermes
for now.
guide you.
If you're going out there, don't go unprepared. It is not safe. Buy what you need here.
Okay.
Goodbye, my friend.
4 potions should be good. I think I want to activate the portal. This is also how you can travel places. So we'll get that activated. That's the way out. After you complete the quest, we're gonna go handle the shaman. Now we're gonna pick up that bow. Yeah, everything wants to kill you. That large sound was leveling up. So let's see here. Since we're unsure yet, we'll go like this. And we'll do another one, and then we'll go like that, actually, yeah. But here's the big decision. So let's get back here into a safe area. Masteries. So there are a lot. There's this. So I have. Keep in mind, this is the um, anniversary edition, so it has all the and I have all the DLC. So some of these are from the DLC, like Rune Warrior. Or this is from like the Far East one. The rest of these though are pretty much base game. So there's Storm. So these are mage ones: Storm, Earth, and Nature's kind of mage. Dream and Spirit are, yeah. I mean, this is like Lich stuff here. This is the Dream world just doing Seer stuff. Earth is fire, Storm is storm. So, and then there's defense, of course. There's warfare. There's hunting. There's the rogue. Is the alchemy. Okay, and Rune Warrior is basically if you're a warrior, that's insane. I'm not sure which one to choose. I don't want to do this because that's more of a northern thing. I mean, I have a character that uses this, and you do become kind of insane. I have done hunting. I've done storm. I have never done rogue. Or dream. I've never done earth as a primary one. Poison, really not hidden run tactics. The thing about traps is traps don't work very well in this game. I could choose defense because you do choose a secondary mastery, so I could choose defense just to be able to survive, and then choose a offensive weapon later on. Although I've had defense before, and it's usually not all that fun. Storm is a lot of fun. So is Earth. We could try Spirit. Summon a Lich King. I mean, Spirit is kind of the necromancy of this game, and I do like being a necromancer at times. I mean, our secondary one will be important. I'm gonna go Spirit. It's gonna be weird. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we can take a look at them. I was not a fan of that stream gun. Wow. By sonic energy focus within your weapons will create a bone shatter resonance. They contact your enemies, assign the skill to your left mouse button. Let's do this. So I want to pour a lot into that, and then I'll go like that. And so, which one was it? This is that one. And then get the sands asleep. I want to apply the distortion wave, and let's see what happens now. Okay, so we already are up there. So if you're going to go do dream things like this, you probably should get your intelligence up. So I'm going to do 1 to strength, 1 to dexterity. I'm going to go like that on the intelligence, and I'm going to put 2 into energy because we're going to need that, and then 1 more into strength. I mean, into health. And then we'll go over to the masteries here. At level 5, you choose a secondary one. And we'll do a little bit more of that. And then we'll put 3 in there, 3 in there. You want to get these, you want to go up, but you want to get these kind of locked down pretty far up before you start going other places. What's the cracked club do? Oh. Might do more damage than what we're doing right now. It does a lot more. Okay. I see him. I'm going to explore over here first. And that's that. You also want to look at this in this way: speed, average, speed, slow. So it's not all about damage. It is also very much about speed too. If you can, it's like, oh, you can cause 19 damage. It's like, yeah. It's like, but you can cause 13 damage. It's like, yeah, but the attack you can cause 26 damage in the same amount of time it takes to swing something. So there is that to be thought about. I had a sword one time that caused minimal damage, but it was super fast. And I'm not liking the speed of this club. Well, like I went flying. I'm liking that ability. Energy potions would be nice, but okay. My club is not any quicker. In fact, less damage. Okay. There. And then let's get these. And we'll get 1 up on that. So. Healing. This keeps you basically at full health. Let's just fight all these guys. Oh, come here. Take that, take that. And now all that. Liking that ability. And you. And the Shrine of Healing. If I can go over here. I took care of that guy. So let's see here. Yeah, we'll equip that. That's very slow. And we got that. We got that. So we're in good hands. Oh, let's sell this stuff.
You defeated the powerful shaman?
Mm-hmm.
Astounding! Your victory today is great, but I fear there will be more monsters tomorrow. At least there is enough of the harvest left to feed us all. Take this gold. I know it's not much. Please seek out the Spartan general Leonidas. Petition him on my behalf. Ask him to send a few of his warriors to protect us, and quickly, before we are again overwhelmed.
Good morning, friend.
Oh, I need to be player level 5. I thought it was 3. Okay, well. It's fine. Let's just... Oh, no. I wanted that. My bad. Okay. Let's see what you got in terms of weapons. I can't afford any of them. Doesn't matter. Well, can I, though? Like, that's slow, but that's a lot of damage. And then...
Goodbye.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, charms can do this. You can get completed charms. I'll show you, actually.
Hail, travelers!
Or completed
Count your
relics.
things with me.
When you get 3, you get things like this. A bad example. Like I completed one right here. What that does for you. So, and there are all these formulas. Anyways,
Your
let's...
goods are safe with me.
Yeah, they are. Let's complete on. What is it?
We were leading our flocks home when a pack of satyrs attacked. By the gods, they grabbed Tellus and dragged him into a roadside cave. The roads aren't safe. Nowhere is safe anymore.
So, you'll get quests like this, these side quests. You don't have to do all of them. They sometimes award you a little bit of XP. They sometimes relate to the main quest. There are sometimes you'll do a side quest and you'll learn something, and or they'll say something that helps you out. It's not like, oh, you didn't do that side quest, so you missed something big. A lot of it is lore, or just simply an XP dump. Some of the side quests are pretty involved. Some of them are pretty simple. Obviously, starting out, it's going to be simple. Just cave, this guy dragged this person up. But some of them are like, hey, looking for this person, this happened to them, or I'm looking for this particular item, and you'll get a side quest updated 3 levels later after you forgot about that town. You're like, oh, some of them are right outside of town. So, and the chests, you want to open every chest. They have gold, they have bucklers, They have health potions. They have the Knife of Brawn, the Knife of Destruction, and you also want to make sure you can't carry a lot in this game necessarily. So you need to be you need to think about what it is you grab in terms of also selling too. So some things are white colored, some things are yellow colored. The yellow, gold, slash colored ones, that's magical items. So, or gold. And the colors change based on how much more magical. Blue is where it's at, or the bluish purplish is where it's at. Green is also pretty good too. But you won't see that some of that stuff until much later on. So I'm gonna get that, and it's because they're all magical. It's not uncommon to come back to town to sell stuff, or arrive out of town to sell stuff, and do an equipment check. You don't do it in the field necessarily. So, and I haven't done the leveling. I know. I'll get to that in a second. Okay, let's do that leveling. Okay, there. Another one of that. 2 more into energy, 1 more into health. Okay. So, excuse me. And then Transcend Empathy, Phantom Strike, and Sonic Touch. So these are all eventually. Sometimes you end up assigning it to that skill. You always want to have a right button thing though. That is just crazy. Crazy. My rune guy, his right attack basically is rushing forward and like taking out 3 guys at once. It's pretty crazy. It's good to use on archers and magic users that attack from range since he's a melee character. So my ranger, who uses a bow, his secondary skill is Earth Mastery, and so all about weapons that are on fire. Still have to figure out what his secondary mastery for this one would be. That is an amazing ability. Better the chest, the better the stuff. Whoa. Sometimes you deal with things like that. Ooh. Yes. And then that. We'll take that. We'll take all of it, actually. So, there's that, when they were talking about Shrine of. It's a battle marker. Gives you XP and fighting things. I'm going to activate that for that camp that you can see right there. We're going to go in here. Don't run away. Excuse me, gosh, I don't know what is going on. Well, that's a fun ability. I'll take the spear, thank you. Might want to do another magic based thing. Okay, what's up?
A human face. Good fortune finds me even in the darkest places of Greece. I believed I was counting my final hours.
That's the shepherd that they dragged off. He's fine. You don't have to go back and tell the guy that he's okay. He knows. Okay. The Spartan camp is the next, quote, town that we'll reach. It's where there'll be a guy to sell all this stuff to. Okay, and... yeah, focusing on some core things this time around. So let's see here. I thought it was level 5, but I must be mistaken. It's been a long time since I chose the second mastery, so I apologize if that's the case. I knew that was a passive skill. So, yeah. Basically, there are some skills that are passive like that just basically improve all your powers. And so it said better connection to the dream world, and that is what we are using. So, yeah, so that skill basically just makes us better at using our abilities. And doing things like that. And one-shotting everybody here. Satyrs are the guys you're going to see for a while. This, you'll see different things. This game goes through Greek mythology to Egyptian mythology, Babylonian mythology, Norse mythology, in the expansion, in the Ragnarok DLC, Eastern mythology in the Embers DLC. Atlantis is brought in. That was one of the DLCs as well. That's Greece. Yeah, it's still Greek, but yeah, it's very much the Olympians, the gods of that sort. I just started on my main character, the Ragnarok DLC. That is, I got to the first village and talked to one of the Norse. Why am I not fighting? That is, I got to the first village and talked to one of the guys, one of their kings, and he mentioned that their gods had turned on them too. that's what's happened here. Not all the gods have turned on him, but a lot of the gods are not doing anything, and there's a reason. Some of them have been incapacitated. Also, the link to the link to this world has been cut off. You learn about that later on. Yeah, spoiler alert. But yeah, it's all, and eventually, and the enemies change. Eventually, you'll encounter enemies from their mythology. You also encounter humans too. But you see everyone's classified beastmen, humanoid. So.
Thank you. I was in a bit of a scrape there, I'll admit. Thank the god Hermes you came along.
So yeah, side quests can be like that too. You just help this dude, happens to complete the quest because you helped him out. So, keep going along here. Shrine of Thorns. Now what this does is it surrounds you with thorns, so everyone who attacks you gets bleeding damage, and basically this guy walks up, he's got the thorns. I can walk away from him, he will die. You can get abilities like that, not necessarily the thorns, but like my ranger's got the earth ability. He can set people on fire and walk away, and you'll hear them die later as they chase after him because fire does things to you. So it's always a good idea in this game if you want to level up and get lots of XP, is to stray from the road. The main reason I jumped into this game, guys, is Titan Quest 2 is on its way. So, let's see here. So let's do more on intelligence this time around, and we'll do that, and then we'll go 2 on this, 1 more on intelligence and health. And while we're in here, we'll take a look at some better armor. That armor. See, this is where you don't change it. That's great and everything, plus 4 armor, plus 16, but then it's got 44 energy and regeneration. So that's where you have to think about it, That's defensively, that's what you want. And then this one, what does it do? Cold resistance. And what does this do? Offensive ability. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. So let's finish that off. Then we'll put some more into this. 10. And then we'll have this one up. And then... Okay, so we're doing pretty well. Part of our secondary might be what weapon we're going to use. I mean, if we're going to use spears, hunting is not a bad idea because that has a lot of spear-based abilities. But if we're going to use, multiple different types of weapons, then then warfare might be the way to go, or just a completely different one. Some of them, it's very much based on like what if you want to use something that is, that focuses on weapons to a point. So I might look that up when I talk to you in the before the next.
Traveler, please, you must assist me. A strange illness afflicts many.
Yeah. There's a guy down the road who did something. That was cool. I liked that.
You have no more room.
Yep. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
You can't hold any more.
It's bigger than normal. There we go. Okay. Go back and talk to this guy. I think he gives you a ring.
The way is clear? Good. Well, I'll be moving on, I suppose. Here, have this for your troubles.
Never mind, he gives you a health potion. I know what's behind him, though. There's a graveyard. Hello, hello. Abandoned graveyard, skeletons.
You can't hold any more.
One thing that is critical in this game, even with the mod that lets you level up more things, is you need health potions. You know, I've gone into battles with, with like 100, with like 80 health potions, and I've come out with like 74 or something like that. There are some bosses that that simply, you just need to train health potions. They are, it's, because they pack a punch, you know. You avoid them as much as you can, but and their hits, but in the end, you're gonna get smacked. so, so it is imperative at times to. And what's? Oh yeah, that's the. I love that ability. It's such a fun ability. We have to select another mastery, yeah. Yeah, I knew it was coming. Level 8. Essentially, you can wait. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it's not required. Can't be done at any time. It's a good idea to have one. Something that works well with your things. I'm not familiar with our current spirit that we have. Whoopsies. Dream Mastery. So yeah, not spirit. So I'll take a look online. I have a feeling Spirit actually might be the one that they say you should use, but there might be other people who are just like, oh, you should definitely do this because it augments this and that and this and that and such. So I'll take a look online. I just want to get to the next Rebirth Fountain before I call it with you guys, because otherwise we're going to be starting a ways back. This slows everybody down when you hit. This slows everyone down when you hit them, and causes damage. Go get the gold. Carry that. It's a small little item. Okay, here we go. You can go this way. That, and then we go over this way. Talk to this guy.
I know it's dangerous here, but I can't go home. My daughter was supposed to be married. Alas, her dowry, a fine...
If you're wondering what he's saying, he had a dowry for his daughter. It was stolen. It was a cave that right back this way. This is probably one of the easiest quests you'll get for a little bit of extra. So you just go over here. It's in this cave. So 16 points available. Yeah, that's right. I didn't do the last one. You know, kind of things like that, where there's some sort of monster that's better than the rest of them. They have a star above them to indicate that they're the one to focus on if you're encountering an enemy, a group. Hero monsters are either one of two ways. That one that we kind of right there, not that bad in terms of hero monsters. It didn't hurt. It didn't pack a punch. It had a, you know, usually they either really like hurt you, and you have to really, you know, handle it, and take them out quickly, and you can, because they're not, you know, made to fight front. They're not made to take hits, or they're really beefy. They barely hurt you, but it's just a matter of just hitting it until it stops moving, because they have tons of health and it's time consuming. And the ones that like that usually have friends with them that will harass you. So it is good to have crowd control abilities in this game to manage when that happens to you. Go back and tell this guy.
The necklace! Oh, may the goddess Hera...
Yeah. I know, may Hera bless me, etc. Chest. This is what happens sometimes when you're going around and doing several, you know, when you go in circles, or go off the road and circle around things, you'll encounter like a bunch of items, and you're like, oh, I was here before. You're like, I already cleared this area. And enemies don't disappear, like their bodies are there, so if you encounter it and there aren't items because you picked everything up and you just see a bunch of littered bodies around. Unless there's a bunch of soldiers nearby, you probably were there. Yeah, unless it's something kind of like what you saw when we came to Helios and those group of monsters went ahead of us. So there's the next rebirth fountain. Spartan War Camp's on the other side of this bridge. I'm going to call it here, guys. Thanks for taking the time today to watch Titan Quest. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, though. I'd appreciate that immensely. That would mean so much to me. Anyways, guys, thanks, guys. I'm Resler. I'm Sorry off.